Hello, it's me again. Hope everyone's well. Life is treating you well. So, few things. One, I've been working on NaNoWriMo. Talking about writing NaNoWriMo, I've been doing this as a sort of fanfic thing for Dawning Star, one of my favorite settings. Dawning Star is a science fiction setting largely written by Lee Hammock, who's a friend of mine, and it has a sort of firm sci-fi setting. One of the things that occurred to me while writing, and this is the lessons that can be taken for game setup. Working in an established world, even if you have a lot of details about that established world, you still have to make your own little corner of it. Yes, you can buy campaigns pre-built with, here's the tavern everybody meets, and here's all the power players, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that. But ultimately, most of the time, you're going to have to build your own little section of the world. The Forgotten Realms is really well defined, but you want to make your own little, NPCs, your own little tavern, your own little communities, your own little spin on even things that are already written up. And writing a book in an established setting and writing an adventure in an established setting still involves sort of the creation of your own little section. I thought that was an interesting thing to think about. 2, I went to see Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was excellent. I recommend it to all my friends. Well, sort of. It's got really, really trippy visuals. And if you are apt to being motion sick, you might actually have a problem. Because the scenery changes around the characters quite a bit. It is true to the comic book character, and the comic book character is different than a lot of the superheroes that you may have read. Most superheroes tend to beat down their problems. Eventually, it just comes down to a fist fight somehow. Watch Iron Man. The Iron Man movies basically boil down to Iron Man figures out what's going on, builds something new, and eventually beats up the bad guy. Captain America goes through his journey, does some investigation sometimes, but ultimately the end conflict is a fight. And this most recent one was a fight between Iron Man and Captain America. Pretty epic fight, but it's a fight. Spider-Man beats up the bad guy. Thor beats up whatever bad guy happened to be there and takes Loki to jail. Bad guys get beat up in superhero films. But Doctor Strange, well, he doesn't like beating up people. He gets into fights, because sometimes the bad guy doesn't give you a choice, but he is not a beat up the bad guy kind of character. And they resolve the plot in keeping with his character. And I liked that. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I like how they resolved the conflict. It is very much in keeping with how Doctor Strange actually does things. There's also a point where in there that I really particularly enjoyed. It was very character establishing, where he begins ranting about all the people who keep referring to him as Mr. And he said, no, it's not Mr., it's not Master, it's Doctor. I'm a doctor. I fix things. I heal people. I took an oath not to harm people, and I just had to kill somebody, and I'm not okay with that. That is a key part to that character, and I love that they got that. Great cast, visually impressive. The plot was so-so. I mean, the actual overall plot structure was not terribly original, but I'm okay with it. The rest of it was amazing, so I'm willing to just sort of go with it. The plot wasn't painfully bad. It just wasn't that that original. 3. It's hard to do anything creative when you're beating yourself up. Whether it's designing a game or writing a book or putting up episodes on the internet, doing podcasting, what have you. It's kind of hard sometimes to get it together when you kind of hate everything you do. I go through that from time to time. I am not sure how to fix that, other than to sort of muscle through and hope that you get past it. There are a lot of people who go through it. I honestly don't know how they all get through it either. But it's on my mind of late. And I'd be interested to hear what other people's thoughts on how they get through it. Because I think a lot of my friends go through that sort of depressive funk from time to time. I'd be interested to see how you get through it. Or do you get through it? Do you just put things aside and then come back to it? Anyway. That's my my brief update today. I hope you had a good few days, a good Halloween, and I will try and be back as soon as I can. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait. Subscribe, like, share with all the people. Try not to kick any puppies. Don't open any dimensional portals to the dark dimension. And, I don't know, go check the Patreon out if you feel up to it. I'm just saying. Talk to you later.